Casio's AE range of watches previously had one thing in common. They were all well-timed watches with a 10-year battery and 100 meters of water resistance. Even the AE1700 had these features. However, for the last two releases of this series, Casio seems to have abandoned this formula. The AE series has evolved into oversized watches with a large LCD display in the form of the AE1500 and the AE1600. With the latest release in the form of the AE1700, that formula seems to have changed again. So, is the AE range now in the form of a digital dive watch with a rotating bezel? I decided not to get the AE1500 for my collection, even though it's a popular watch, as the width of 51mm would be too large for my wrists. The AE1600, which you're seeing here, is smaller than the AE1500, and the new AE1700 in turn will be smaller than this watch. I'm glad that Casio are toning down the sizing on the AE range, as anything above 50mm is getting into dinner plate territory. At launch, 3 varieties will be available, and here's what they'll look like along with their model numbers. Prices haven't been officially announced yet by Casio, but I found it on pre-order at a French website for €50 with deliveries for December 2025. Dimensions for the case are 54.9mm in length, 47.3mm in width, and 14.3mm in depth. Materials used will be resin for the case band and crystal, and the bezel insert will be made of aluminium. The official specs for the watch shows that the bezel will rotate rather than being static, and I would take an educated guess that it would be a friction-based bi-directional bezel. As the watch is digital and doesn't have any hands, the bezel will most likely be used in conjunction with the digital counter around the circumference of the display. Inside the case is a new 3580 module, and this will be powered by a single CR2032 battery with an average life of 10 years. Functions will include dual time, a stopwatch with a maximum measuring capability of 24 hours, and a countdown timer with a countdown range between 24 hours and 1 minute. There will also be 3 alarms, one of which is a snooze alarm, and the amber coloured LED backlight can be set for either 1.5 seconds or for 3 seconds. While checking through the specs, I think I found a mistake on the Casio website, as it says that a fishing mode is also included. I'm certain that it won't be, and it's probably a misprint on their part. On the back is a steel backplate held down by 4 screws, and Casio says that it will have a water resistance rating of 100 meters. The accuracy rating is in line with standard Casios and is plus or minus 30 seconds a month. The thing that strikes me about the upcoming Casio AE1700 is in how similar it looks to the Seiko SBEP005, which has a nickname of the Seiko Digital Tuna. In case you're not familiar with Seiko nicknames, it gets its moniker due to a protective shroud covering the case. The shroud gives the case a cylindrical appearance, like a can of tuna, hence the name Seiko Tuna. The Seiko was a limited edition offering only available for the Japanese domestic market. If the Casio looks as good in real life as it does in the renderings, I think that it will get sales from both Casio and Seiko fans. Stay tuned to Wrist Action because I'll bring you a full review as soon as the watch is available. Which one do you think I should go for? That's all for now. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you next time.